How's it going, amigos? Welcome to GoldUp. For today's video, I'm going to show you guys my process of doing a 6-color separation, which is going to be CMYK along with this underbase and a red spot color. Now, this is the first time me doing this kind of separation, so don't see this as a tutorial, but more just you guys going along with me on how I'm doing my process of doing this kind of separation. Okay, amigos, so here's the design we're going to be separating. As you can tell, this is actually an 8 color, but it's going to be black shirt, so it's going to be a total of 9 screens. And yes, we could knock out the black since the shirt is going to be black, but that's going to leave us with 8 colors. And the press that they're going to be printing this on is actually a 6-color station press, so that's beyond their limit. So to make it easier, we're going to break this down to CMYK. It's going to be 4 screens. But since this red right here, you're not going to get that exact red you see in CMYK. So the best option is to have the red on its own screen. So now we're looking at 5 screens, but it is going to black shirt. So plus the underbase, so you're looking at a total of 6 screens, which is perfect for the press that this is going to be printed on. So first thing, we're going to copy this. And we're going to make a new document. This is actually 11 by 17, since that's the film I'm gonna be printing these films at. Just paste it, and this is actually 26 centimeters long, which is actually 10.63 inches wide. So yeah, so click OK. Make sure you place it exactly where you want it, because the last thing you want to do is make all the separations, then realize that you have your design way at the bottom of your film or way on the top. So just make sure you place it in the right place the first time. But before I do the actual separations, I'm actually going to make this black a little bit darker. Just make sure it's actually, 100% black. So just the one, click on it, select similar, and I'm just going to fill it with black. I'll delete. Control D to deselect. Let me zoom out. But before we get to the separations, make sure your image mode is in CMYK, because basically with that, you go to the channels, it's already separated for you. I mean, here's your cyan, here's your magenta, your yellow, and your black. If this was going to go on a white shirt, basically it's already done for you. But we're going to be doing this on black shirt, and since we're going to do the red on its own screen, so there's more extra steps for us. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually going to copy each one. So on cyan, right click, duplicate channel, click OK, and do the same for the rest of them. Okay, and now we're gonna add the color of the shirt. So just click on new channel and double click on it, put on spot, and we're gonna change this to white, even though it's gonna be on black shirt. But in the meantime, I'm gonna leave it at white. I'll make that change later on when I actually do the underbase. Put that at 100%. Click OK. If you want it, you can name it shirt so you won't get confused. So let me do that real quick. Click OK, and I put that before your cyan copy. Now double click on cyan, and we'll change it to spot colors. So click on spot, click on the color, and since this is cyan, we're going to put a cyan 100%, and the rest at 0. Okay, okay. Same thing with magenta, double click it, spot color, click on the color. All the colors except for magenta is going to be 100%. 0, magenta already 100, yellow 0, black 0. Click OK. Okay, and do the rest for the remaining ones. Click OK. Okay. So here's a little small preview. Here's your black, cyan, magenta. I already have the black on, and yellow. As you can tell right here, like I mentioned, you're gonna get that red using CMYK. So now we're gonna separate the red from it. Let me make sure, because the last time I made it, I forgot to click on this layer and I was going to do the next time we're going to be doing. So let's hide this real quick. Make sure you're clicked on CMYK. Select. I'm going to click select. Color range, and with the eyedropper, just click on the red. And the fuzziness I'm keeping real low since this is straight up solid. I mean, there's no halftones, there's no grading. I mean, there's no grading on anything. So I just keep the fuzziness at low. Make sure you click on invert. Click OK. And you're gonna click right here where it's gonna make the selection as the new channel. Double click it. We're gonna change the spot color. It's already in red, and keep that at 15%. Just name it as red. Okay. So let's preview real quick. Now it's not exactly red because if you look at, for example, the yellow, there's right here. You don't want that because that is gonna be red, and you don't want that to have any CMYK. So what we're going to do is we're actually Alt Control and click on the red, and we're going to go to each one. For example, the sign right here, we're just going to delete that. Now you could say that there's nothing on there, but you'll be surprised. Sometimes there's like a small, very low opacity black right here. You don't see it right now, but when you turn it to halftones, you notice them. So just to be safe, I'm going to go to each one. So now let's go to magenta, delete, go to yellow, delete, and the black, delete, and Control D, and look, just take a preview of it. See, there you go, looks better. We're going to do the same thing with the black as well, because if you can see again, right here, this right here, this is supposed to be black, but it shows up on the magenta, and we don't want that. So again, we're going to Alt Control select on black. Okay, interrupting real quick. As editing this, I just realized the step I'm about to mention here is I mentioned that they should all click the black so we can get rid of this part right here. But we don't want that because this is a CMYK print and it does need black. For example, here you can see if we select the channel, it's going to select everything, and we're going to actually cause that to delete from the rest of the channels. But I only want to delete the place in the black outline. So what I should have done is I should have just clicked on select color range and click on the black and have this unchecked. That way only the solid black will be selected and nothing inside here. Now I can go to my yellow and delete it. Go to magenta, delete it, cyan, and delete it. Now that's what I should have done. I just realized that. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. Start with cyan, delete, go to magenta, delete, yellow, delete, and Control D. And basically, you already have it right here. Now you can tell right here the blue is not that blue. But you could rearrange these colors. Cyan first, magenta, and it looks a lot nicer like that. Now there are other ways where you can actually adjust like how much magenta or cyan, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so now all we need is the underbase, because again, if we change this to the shirt to black, oh, you can't see anything, right? Because we're missing the underbase. And to get the underbase, all you gotta do is turn this on, turn everything off, the channels that you created. Just turn on the regular CMYK. Make sure you're clicked on it. Go to layers. You're gonna control and select the layer that has your design, and basically it's gonna select everything. But now go to channels, and you're gonna inverse this. So click inverse, and you're gonna click right here, save selection as channel, and this is your underbase. Double click it, spot color, change that to white, and we're gonna change this to 90% just to give it the actual realistic look if it was actually on a shirt. Name this Underbase. Click OK. Drag that beneath the shirt. You can see so there's Underbase, your yellow, your magenta, your cyan, your black, and your red. But before we turn this to halftones, we gotta choke the underbase. The best way to do that is just control and select your underbase. Go to image. No, go to edit. My bad. Edit. Stroke. We're gonna give a 5-pixel stroke. I'm gonna keep it at center. 5 pixels. That's actually I got that from a video. I did similar. I did a 5-pixel stroke on the design for my guy in Fresno, and he told me it was kind of real, almost like I say yet to line that perfectly. But I'm gonna keep it 5 pixels. I want to see how it comes out. Make sure your color is in white. Click OK, and click OK. And there I give it a small choke to it. Deselect everything. So now let's turn everything on. And let's zoom in. And here you can see it's where your little, how do you say there's a red. So the red basically traps the white. So yeah, so those are your separations. Now I'm looking at this right now, and this black does not look that black to me. So I'm actually make this black a lot darker. From control, select it. Let's turn that to make sure it's 100% black. Control D. Yeah. Again, this is where we're gonna computer. CMYK does not look good. That's just a step, because for me, I don't know if it actually made a difference. Like I mentioned, I'm not a complete expert on this. But yeah, so right now we gotta turn this to the CMYK to halftones. I'm pretty sure there's a faster way to do it, but I don't know exactly how to do that. I'm just gonna do it my way. It's a little bit slower, but it's the way I know. But yeah, so let's start with Underbase. Right click, duplicate channel, and just create a new. Click on new. Name this Underbase. I actually do have some actions right here. Where base is actually from Willflex Easy Art, where it does it for you, but it's really confusing for me. So I think it's a lot easier if I do it myself. So we got the Underbase. Now let's do the yellow. Right click, duplicate channel, new, name that yellow, and do the same thing for the rest of them. Okay, so we got them already. The thing that we're going to do first is we're turn them all into grayscale. Image mode, grayscale. Grayscale. Okay. Now for the underbase and the yellow and the underbase and the red, basically it's already done because those are solid colors. We just gotta add the registration marks and the name, the color name on the bottom. Only the CMYK we're gonna do more because we're gonna turn this to halftones. So let's start with yellow, image, mode, and you're gonna click on bitmap. 300, 300, just make sure they're the same. Click OK. And the frequency, that depends on you. I'll leave a link where it goes into more detail. This is basically the LPI. I'm going to do it at 50. And the angle, CMYK does have a specific angle you have got to use. For yellow, it's 0%, 0 degrees. zero. So click on zero. Shape, I use ellipse, so click OK. And it's already done to, you got their halftones. One stack, go to image mode and turn it back to grayscale. And click OK. Now let's go with magenta, image mode, bitmap, 300, 300, halftone, yeah, we make halftones. Click OK. The angle for magenta is 75 degrees. Click OK. Image mode, turn that back to grayscale. Cyan mode, bitmap. Okay. Cyan, it's 15 degrees. Click OK. Image mode, grayscale. Okay. The black, image mode, bitmap. For the black, it's actually going to be 45 degrees. Click OK. Image mode, grayscale. Click OK. Okay, so basically we already have all the colors. Now we gotta do the registration marks. The way I do it, because I always like to play safe, I just click File, a new, where's it at? 11 by 19, 11 by 17. Click Create. And where should I get that from? I already have the registration marks here. Just copy it. I'm gonna paste it to this document. I do it this way because sometimes when I paste it, actually, is sometimes it does not end up in the same place. So just to be safe, I just place it on a new document, and from there I just right click and duplicate layer, and I just, oh my bad, right click, duplicate layer, and I just duplicate to each one. So let's do the underbase, click OK, right click, duplicate layer, look for the yellow, okay. Again, this is a slow process. There's a faster way to do it, but I'm just doing this way in the meantime. Magenta, click OK, right click, duplicate layer, cyan, then just do it for the rest. Did I already do black? Or I already forgot if I did black or not. Oh yeah. I just got the red. Right click clear. Right. Click OK. Here, make sure that they're all on there. Okay, yeah. I can delete this. I'm not gonna use it anymore. Okay, let's just add the labels now. Should want that black and not gray. Okay, here's the underbase. I should make that smaller. That's too big. 16 looks perfect. And basically, I'm just gonna drag and copy. Piece. See? Before yellow. Black and red. For those who don't know Spanish, rojo is red. Okay, so sorry, my computer's acting slow. Right click and I'm gonna copy this one to the yellow film. Okay, the magenta, duplicate to the magenta. I just find this a lot faster for me instead of going to each one and click on type and yeah. Okay, and we're gonna delete this ones that we don't need. Okay, so there we go. We got all the films on the base. Make sure I label right: yellow, magenta, cyan, black, and red. Now you could just file a print, but I'm actually gonna save this before I actually print them. I'm gonna save it as a PDF in case I ever need to go back to it. And also, since this is not actually for me, I could just hand it to him. So whenever he wants to print it himself, he could do that. So I'm just gonna, for that, actually gonna flatten everything, flatten image. Yellow. Okay, so I'm gonna file, save as. Okay, here. PDF, where's it at? Save. And do the same for the rest of them. Save as. Yellow. It's recommended you actually save it with the name of the actual, whatever the name of your print, I mean the name of the design. Maybe I should add a stroke to that red. Nah, I'm good. Okay, so I sent them as PDF. You don't have to do that, but I think for me, it's a good idea in case you do want to print this again. You have to go through the whole process of separating everything. I mean, you already have it saved. But yeah, but now I'm gonna print this. So I'll be back. Before I had my printer, actually, what I would do is I would save this as PDF, like I did right now. I would take this to Office Depot and I actually have them print my films. They weren't actually films; they were that paper banana. But now, luckily, I did buy the Canon Pixma, so I print my own films, which is a lot easier because if I messed up on something, I could reprint it. But anyways, yeah, let's print these. So file, print. Epson, no, I'm gonna use the Canon this time. Print settings. Grayscale. Photo paper, matte photo paper. Quality high, and it's actually 11 by 17. And click OK. And click Let me make sure everything's okay. I don't mess with none of this here. Hopefully it doesn't get cut off because there is a little small gap there, but hopefully not. And click print. I'm always scared of that right there. Okay, I do have enough black. I noticed something where I messed up. I forgot to make sure that those registration marks were 100% black. Since I did realize that these registration marks aren't that black, I'm gonna select them and I'm gonna color them 100% black. I noticed that once I printed it out. But that's okay. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted that file I did with the registration marks because I could just copy it. But oh well, you know, we make mistakes and we learn from them. And it's gonna be a pain in the butt doing these one by one. Right. I'll delete. Again, file, print. Now usually it already has your settings saved, but I always have that doubt, man. I had trust issues with these. Like again, it got, like I mentioned right here, Epson printer. I don't want Epson printer. This is what I mean where I have trust issues when I print something. Let me go print settings. See? I don't know why it does that. Grayscale, photo paper, formatting, high, 10 by 17. Okay. Okay. Print. Let's see. And you see, still got some halftones right there. Supposedly I deleted that, but they're still there, like I mentioned. They're in there hidden, man. Even here with the black. Well, amigos, so here are the 6 films that I printed using the separations that I just did. The only thing left to do now is to expose the screens, register them, and do a test print to see how it comes out. That's going to be in a separate video, so if you guys are interested in seeing how it comes out, I'll leave a link in the description below. So in the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next video.